Good evening, morning, afternoon. That should cover all the parts of the world. Uh, I am IHL386SX, aka Jesse, aka Bob, aka whatever you can come up with. So last week Thursday, maybe even longer than that, I don't know. Some time ago, we worked on this DEC digital that is to the right or left of you, depending on how that looks. And we're going to continue work on that guy. Before we do, we have a mouse, a PS2 mouse that looks very, very unspectacular. Hi, Trina. But it is PS2. But I rest assure you, it is a digital mouse. So I don't know if it's the exact mouse that came with this machine, but it will at least work and at least be a little bit more what they want to call official. I did make my best effort to clean the bench. Cleaning's not my strong suit. You can ask my co-workers, wife, mother, father, well, pretty much everyone. Now let's plug this mouse in. So since this, I did take out the IDE hard drive that's in this machine, and I made sure the machine would boot without hard drive. Oh, the camera's still in there. Even better. So yes, this is the digital Celebris XL590, which I think at this point is really an XL15133. I don't know the whole history lesson behind that, but we're going to get this thing up and running. So the goal here is to try and install an operating system on this device. And I should just really just break down and do one of those capture device things like the cool kids do, but we are not there yet. So let's plug this baby in. Oh, I am not on photo. I am going to try one thing if we do indeed have time. I'll just put it on the bench here. We have a blue SCSI, complete with SD card. And the good news is it actually didn't come in time for when the stream was supposed to be done. The bad news is that stream was not done due to various reasons beyond my control. What was I doing that night? If it was important, I'd remember, I guess. I was putting an oil pan in the car, or replacing the oil pan gasket. That's why I canceled last week, Thursday. And if you were on Justin's stream, you know, but in case you weren't, I was covered with so much oil at that point that the U.S. government wanted to invade me. Yeah, it was one of those jobs. Years of neglect. Bad idea. 0 out of 10, don't recommend. Looks like a friend of mine is now also trying to stream on his own, but sorry, buddy. Okay, I suppose you want to see me. And okay, welcome, Kibbs. I just saw you pop in. And provided that we go on the right keyboard, let's see if well, that's not quite what I wanted to do, but it does do the job. I think this is Windows NT4 coming right up. That's disabled to protect long names. Oh, that's special. That's no bueno. Okay, so I gotta find out why it's doing that. I am also streaming myself, so or rather I was running it running my own stream within the web browser of this machine, which I am no longer doing YouTube, so don't worry, I'm not trying to like pop up views or anything. Yeah, there, right. Okay, we need to find out why it's doing dumb things like disabling. I need to see that error again. Okay, let's try this again. So I did not think this was going to be a research thing, but here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I have idea. We have ideas. Well, I'm glad we have some C+ experts on this, and yes, you are absolutely correct, Trina. Some people do find it easier than others. I learned very early on in my first semester of tech school, that was just Visual Basic, that programming was not for me. So I didn't even bother with anything else. So yeah, anything I know is just purely coincidental. So let's try this. This should work according to the interweb. There we go. We're cooking. Watch us not cook. Yeah, same Kibs. Both visual and an action learner, and I had a boss that drove him nuts. That was like, okay, I'm gonna go try and lab this out before I do anything. Like, sometimes he gets so mad, like, well, it's gonna work great in a fresh environment, but it's not gonna work in a production. Which sometimes he was right. It's not always the case here, but if you start messing with production, I mean, yeah, you're just asking for trouble. So that was my reason why I did it the way I did, and a lot of times it worked, and sometimes it takes 2 to 3 tries to get something right, or you find out that a switch just randomly stops saving your config whatsoever, and you throw it across the room, and then you go get another switch. All that happened except for the throwing the switch across the room part, but I don't have a brain there, Kibs. While we're doing that, I'm going to see if I can find a reasonable network card for this thing. We'll hold off on that. Even for a SCSI drive, this is awful slow. Oh, nice. Now, this would be a bad idea to throw this one. One, there was a Cisco 9300. There's still some value to it, and two, I'd probably be fired by the end. Would have been fired today if I did that, and I kind of don't want to lose this job, so kind of in a really good spot here. So I don't want to mess that up by any means. Oh, I did slam a laptop on a desk once, and the system admin came out and said, I have a heart condition, don't do that. Yeah. Uh-oh, where did that go? I minimized my stream. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is a Cisco 9300. That's a big boy. I don't remember what there was a PoE. Oh my goodness, they go for a lot of money. Holy mother. Okay. Yeah, don't throw a Cisco 9300, folks. I think it would have been smart to enable smart drive on this. So let's see. On second thought, if there is a reasonable network card nearby, which I don't know that there's going to be. RAID controllers, we got unknowns. We got a modem. That's helpful. With network card. Oh, what do you look at that? Don't tell Justin. Or maybe do. It's a Trident card. Don't know if it works. Can't seem to find any network adapters nearby. So we're just going to leave it at that. Oh, trust, yeah, I am not happy with Cisco right now. Let's just say that. I've been trying to get TACX working with this thing for all afternoon, and I got nowhere. And that was partially because the Switch wouldn't save its config. And the other kicker is, on iOS, yes, iOS does exist in Cisco world. They actually had it before Apple, is for the record. True story. iOS 16 was so radically different in the way they did some of their security settings from 16 to 17, whatever the version is, or even the 17.03 to 17.12, that there's little nuances to get around. And yeah, the last guy did not do anything, and there was quite a, what do you want to say, quite a gap in network admin availability for this organization. I think the pay is part of the problem there, but there's some intangibles there that were worth taking on, so that's what I did. Hey, I make more money for doing 1/3 of the work than I did at the last job, so that is a win in my book. Yeah, and programming, I find that the tutorials, they just raise further questions. Boy, that is slow. And I didn't realize this is server, so I may have to come up with a network card. So we're going to take a second attempt and find some network cards. If Trina, if you fall asleep on the way this is going, I completely understand. Because this is like watching paint dry. Oh, I think I found the box. The bad news is it's behind the TV, so I don't know how I'm going to quite get this out. All right, glad you're still with us, Trina. Ooh, wait. What is that? What are you? Ooh, here we go. I found a card. Awesome. Sometimes it's right underneath the nose. So we're going to try this Intel 8/16 LAN adapter. So here's another fun fact about this network card that we're going to try. Kibbs, we did a mem test last week on this and it passed. But yeah, so this network card, this is the one we're going to put in there because I know it's going to work with NT. It is such an old card, or Intel dropped support for it so quickly that this is not compatible with Windows 2000. You heard that right. I don't know how I drew that conclusion, but well, actually, Trina, now you mention it, I actually do have. That's just a computer that's never come back into the mix yet. Here, there's some soldered on memory on a contourer that I wanna diagnose that. I have the replacement solderable memory for that system, and I'm gonna do something stupid and try to replace the memory on it because it's useless as it is right this moment. And everybody in the world will think I'm nuts because why are you saving a contourer? Nobody cares. Well, we're gonna see if that's true or not at VCF Midwest when I bring a bunch down. That's provided that I get a table. While we're waiting, so I kind of did it dumb with this blue SCSI. And there was two ways to solder the wireless card on. You could either solder it on directly or you could put headers in between. I kind of did a combination of both because I couldn't read. So that's why mine has got red headers and solder on it because, well, I can't read. So there's that. At this moment, I have neither. Just a few short months ago, I killed everything YouTube just to clean things up, and well, the shelves aren't worse. The shelves are still relatively organized, but the floor kind of got taken over again. But then, yeah, I've also been spending a lot of time outside, so that's why things have been few far in between. And I really should have done Smart Drive with this. Do I dare interrupt this? And yeah, unfortunately, Trina. Oh, there's a random post-it note. Unfortunately, Trina, I am stuck using Windows, at least at work, because we are a hardcore Microsoft shop, aside from some servers that do run Linux. At one point, they wanted to standardize the Linux, but I didn't think that was going to work out too well. And unfortunately, I can't say I know Linux before, therefore my job is secure. This is you're working in the big city. Other people know Linux as well. But I hardly touch servers anymore. But while we're watching paint dry, we're going to do something that is long overdue. Alright, I am back. And hello, and welcome to Big Bad Bench. You seriously, simplified the name. But while we're waiting here, we're going to at least do something that has been long overdue. We're going to clean what we can. The case looks pretty foul, so we'll clean that first. The keyboard is all sorts of disgusting, but we'll get there when we get there. May possibly be done off stream. Look at that. Yeah, that dirt's just lifting right off, although this is not bad, to be honest. Yeah. Yes, we're using something that may or may not be illegal in Canada and other places. I don't know if that's true, if bleach is illegal in Canada. Trina, you may fill me in on that one. Couple, I think those are actually just case defects that are left. Yep, those are scratches in the case. So we're gonna scrub the top of this bad boy. Oh, it is not illegal up there. Okay, I don't know where I heard that one, but maybe some old wives' tale. Ugh. Okay, yeah, the top of this case is definitely worse than the side. There is some tape on it that you can't see, but we'll hit that with the Goo Gone after the stream. But there's still work to be done on this hard drive. So, did I say hard drive? I meant computer. What else is there's something else there that oh yeah, your regular Mountain Dew I don't think has caffeine in it. I think that's the other thing that I found fascinating. I don't know why, but unfortunately also one of the worst sodas known to man. Sure, let's drink it. Yeah. Yeah, they get most of the stuff off. I'll be careful not to spray this on the machine directly. Hey, the CD drive still ejects. That's good. Don't hit no reset buttons. All right, that's a little bit better. Running out of things to do here, so we'll just have to bear. Oh, John, yeah, I did find a mouse, a digital mouse, although it's not anywhere near interesting as yours. Just a white label mouse. Yeah, I know, John. I know. Yeah, you can call me whatever you want for all I care. Spent 4 hours in a jail trying to get switches installed today. I think things are going to get a little twisted today. Not Cisco switches. Yeah, I think I paid $10 for the mouse. Oh yeah, Kibs. Yeah, if it was the size of a traditional full box PC, yeah, absolutely. Ooh, MEM 80, MEM EXE. It's almost like your MEM test. Oh yeah, what else is in the news while we're blah blah blahing? Where did that go? Okay, some of you folks, so we have more of these. Let me get it on the bench cam here while we're waiting. These are more CGA, EGA of the Necroware adapters to VGA. This is the latest version, the 0.10.1, which has much better handling capabilities for auto-detecting CGA graphics to VGA, and almost all of them are hand soldered by yours truly. So that's part of the reason why it took so long. And yes, John, this actually is a Seagate Hawk that is actually in this machine. Not affiliated with the Hawk Tua girl. Oh god, you're gonna make me research. What? Okay. You've got me on a curiosity here. So yes, the Seagate Hawk drive actually existed before Miss Hawk Tua did. Oh god. Oh god. Good god, my car is older than Haley Welch. That's sad. Now we're just ranting at this point. And the nice thing about these, back to something a little bit more useful, the nice thing about these adapters, the little ones, especially if the monitor goes with it, you literally just need the adapter. Don't need anything else. But if you don't have the monitor, then you need an arcade board, the GBS 8200. But or unless I'm looking up the wrong part number, and uh-oh, computer not happy. Oh, hi, Justin. You are watching paint dry. I'm tempted to take something else apart while we're waiting here. Yeah, So we may have the wrong audience for this, but is anybody going to VCF Midwest this year? Or Southwest even? I won't be going to Southwest, but and we're going to try everything to get one a table into make my butt down to Midwest. Just waiting for them to announce the tables. Yes, Trina, this is a Seagate Hawk drive that's in the system. I wanted to test this because I bought it while somebody was unemployed on from COVID leave or something. I don't remember. It was during the peak of COVID, and this was one of those where the person was unemployed. But yes, it is definitely a CA Hawk. But if we have time, we will try a Blue Scuzzy in this thing. If we have time, we will properly either A, get a proper mount, dedicated camera for this at some point, or just do the capture thing. No, Trina, this, prior to last week, this drive sat on the shelf from 2020 to last week. But yeah, I also don't have Smart Drive turned on, which is going to take a lot longer. In fact, I'm going to prove a point here. I guarantee. Oh, good thing. Cool, John. I'm glad that you're attempting to make the commitment at least. If something does happen, I do completely understand. If my car goes super Dutch, that's or a family member dies, that's going to be probably about the only two things that are going to keep me from going down there. Okay, you're going to make me prove a point, Trina. I don't think the drive is bad. So congratulations, we wasted a half hour, but that's all good. I should have done this from the get-go. Yeah, you can demand all you want. You're not the boss of me, Trina. Okay. Come on, floppy. This might have been a really bad idea, what I just did. Hello, Starbuck Tech, welcome. I'm glad you're off of work. And this thing is just hangry. Oh, wait, there you go. Windows. Oh, shoot, no. Sorry about that. Okay. I forgot what we're going to... Oh, yeah, we're going to load Smart Drive. So I'm going to A. We're going to load it on the right keyboard. I'm pretty sure there's a Smart Drive on here. If not, we can get it from something. I don't see it on there. Nope. Alrighty then. No Smart Drive on that guy. You will find Smart Drive somewhere. Perhaps you would have Windows 95 boot. Let's try that one. I actually, in the context of your stream, yes, I do understand where you're coming from. No Smart Drive. Well, we need to get Smart Drive. Where can we get Smart Drive? I know. We need to get something. Anything. Thought this was something that would naturally come with Windows. Boy, was I ever wrong. Trying to think here. Give me a moment here. Trying to think of the best course of action here. Oh, wait. What do we have? Yeah. These have enough battery. Or or have no battery. That's worse. Yes, indeed. If Trina wasn't a PC tech in her current life, she could be a teacher with all the way she likes her tests. Oh, hot damn. Okay, let's see what we can do. It has now come out. We don't have a drive in this. We have no drive handy. We need to get a drive handy, or we need to make one on the fly. No problem. Ooh, that's got Windows 95 on it. We're gonna YOLO it. Come on, come back. Can I do this in a... Oh, come on now. That's not very nice. Okay, great. A. No. Oh, cool. Copy, smart drive. Oh, I'm glad that you, have, getting back into the world of the gainful employment there, Starbuck Tech. I would say that I understand your pain, but to be honest, I do not. I've been unemployed for probably about a grand total of 1 week during my entire adult life. I am, however, need to figure out the difference between the modern keyboard and the old one. There we go. Okay, so we're going to copy this too. Okay. Okay, it's one thing after another. Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to boot off the floppy. One way or another, we're going to get this. All right, so my adjustment, at least a year ago, was the driving, because where I am now is double the distance from where it was before, but remote work, the mileage does cancel out, so that was pretty cool. No, Starbuck, we're not booting from a floopy. That one doesn't have any of those fancy drivers on it either. Okay, let's try the other disc again. Good night, Big Bad Bench. It was good seeing you on here. I know it's getting late for you, especially on your part of the world, so I appreciate you coming by. I tell you what, Trina, if this drive fails in the middle of this, I'll buy you a coffee. How about that? Oh, this ain't gonna find a CD-ROM. Because that is SCSI as well. Come on. And unlike my typical streams, there is no time limit. That could be good, both good or bad, depending on how you look at things. Okay, now. There we go. Let's see, CDI386. Lock. Yep. Now, let's see how... That's a little bit better. I should have done that a half hour ago, but oh well. Did I just see a file called Dinosaur on there? That would have been great. Well, technically, we're still in the DOS portion of our tour there, Kibbs. Yeah, this isn't even like the 8.3 format. That's not even long file name formats yet that we're getting into, but the later the version of Windows, the longer they get. Yes, NT Server comes with Internet Explorer 2.0, which was basically useless back in 1997. And Internet Explorer, in my opinion, did not get anywhere near usable till IE 3.02. That's usable for IE standards, not useful in terms of general web browsing, because we all know that Internet Explorer is terrible. And so far, this drive is making absolutely no weird noises, so I think so far so good. Yeah, I seriously should have done this a lot sooner, but oh well. Oh, we got a Firefox user, eh? Actually, Firefox is not, they're not a bad web browser by any stretch of the imagination. Now, for a while there were certain web applications that only work with either IE or Firefox, or if it's even worse, Silverlight. God, I do not miss dealing with phone systems at all. That was the one thing that came to mind that required Firefox, was the MyTel phone system. Like I said, Trina, I'll buy you a coffee if the drive fails during this stream, and I will gladly own up to it. Now, if the drive fails 6 months from now, then there's no "I told you so," though. That's part of the deal here. But so far, knock on. This thing behind me is wood technically, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, I hope that very few people are using Microsoft Silverlight in 2025. Not 6 months from now. It's my channel, my rules, Trina. Okay, so the disk is out of the drive. Fun. You're going to my last employer Starbucks tech, because technically there were no rules there depending on who you were. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'll stop that rant before we get too far into the weeds here. So at this point, we are entirely working off of the hard drive. Okay. You made your point. No, the monitor is not held together with tape. There's actually an anti-glare thing that's held on with tape, so that way there's not such an ugly glare. In fact, the TV is pretty much brand new. Oh, good to know. I'll take a picture of that. Yeah, this actually came from I actually got this TV from my grandpa when he passed on. He barely used it before he went into had to go into the home, and then ultimately passed away. Enter. And we're going to leave it to fat. Yeah, I just never put the proper sticky thing on this TV to make it so that blue tape is not there. And since I probably should do that at some point. I'm cheap, but I'm not that cheap. Actually, in this case, I am pretty cheap because I got the TV for free. Along with, I don't think you can see it, but in the way upper corner, there is a yellow organizer. That also came from him. As soon as I saw that, brand new, or technically the new old stock in its wrapping, I immediately said this was personal, and I said I was taking it. I was one of the few people that actually did help clean out the house. That was the TV and the sorter, electronic sorter drawer thingy. With my thank you for doing that. Trust me, that was not a fun experience. It was 85 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in the international Celsius units, but it was pretty uncomfortable in that house. Hey, it's moving along pretty good now. So now this should go into the final part of the setup. Yeah, thank you, Trina. And unfortunately, Wisconsin heat is, most of the time, it's humid. It's not like Vegas heat where it's dry AF. Yeah, yes, you are correct, Trina. This is the final portion of the NT4. That is provided it doesn't do anything stupid. And yes, it does see two processors, and yeah, Trina, it's being surrounded by water probably doesn't help the cause on that one. Now, unless you're in like Superior or Duluth area, then sometimes it gets really cold in the summer. In addition to being on the lake, then you get all the lake effect snow, almost like what Buffalo gets. Not quite as bad, but I would never want to live in those areas for that reason alone. Oh, I went up there for a funeral a few years ago, and the craziest thing, it was like 80 degrees and warm. I gotta get a server key, so hold your horses. And I don't remember what the next town was, but next right below Superior there, but like 70 degrees, and then it went down to 40 and fog. It was the craziest thing. Yeah, Florida humidity is another whole ball of wax. You're right. I should not complain about Wisconsin's. Oh, what are you waiting on? I have no idea. Okay. We're just gonna make this a standalone server. You also got the Yoink guy down there too. If you know, you know. Oh yeah, as soon as I figure out how to do that, absolutely. We're not going to create a. I figure out how to do that here. Hold on here. I gotta figure out how to make you moderator. Add is moderator. There you go. I think I got it. Accessibility options. Sure. Let's install some games. This might be a problem. Yep, I now see that you have a wrench. If you have any 10mm sockets, please send them our way here right away. Little mechanic joke for those that don't know. Oh, we found the graphics card. Let's do a little bit. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's actually capable of 16-bit color. Let's find out. Indeed. All right, here's the final leg of the tour here. We're installing all the sound stuff when we don't have a sound card. Isn't that kind of counterproductive here? It's got pinball on it? I did not know NT Server had pinball. Well, I lied. This might be for real the what you call it, the final leg of the setup tour, and the camera's really. Oh yes, Trina's doing her women's only stream tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, I think. Yes, I did that without reading it, just for if it was guessed incorrectly, I apologize. But don't worry, I'll still be there to backseat drive you wherever applicable. Uh-oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I do have a sound card nearby that I was going to use for another project. Let's see if it's still nearby and ready for another project. Oh, is that it? I remembered something. Oh, knock over the garbage can. Now, provided that one of my coworkers doesn't have a start a meeting at 4:15 Central tomorrow, I should be watching as well as I normally do. I do not own a Pico Gus, Kibbs. Hey, nothing wrong with a little streaming at work as long as you're getting work done. All right, we finally got something installed, and oh, the time's almost right. That's cool. Indeed. Okay, I'm doing it dumb here. There we go. And my coworkers don't care if I have a stream to watch, but yeah, they do know about my channel. But yeah, as long as the work's getting done, they do not care there. And it's not uncoupled, and I do not stream on or do any streaming whatsoever on company hardware. It is all personal hardware, other than the access points, which everybody and their brother can get to, and nobody really cares. Okay, we're going to add a network card to this thing. That's what we're going to do. Now, the only thing, like, if I have to do work on site, then it is a lot harder to do, but that would be the one caveat to all this. Which, as far as I know, my schedule is open tomorrow, other than one meeting. Oh yeah, well, there's a computer that's going to be featured on here very, very, very shortly. That was more of an ask for forgiveness thing. That'll give away too many things. We don't even use the cameras. Our desktop computers don't even have webcams on them. Well, now that I got distracted myself, but where did I put the screw for that? Oh well, we'll find it. Well, bear with me while I find a network cable that will reach. Oh, that one will reach. But is it configured properly? That's our next question. I don't know what I'm trying to prove with this, other than something. I'm trying to prove something. I don't know what that something is yet. There we go. There you go. I'll buy you some Splenda if this hard drive dies. There we go. Okay, so this is good. I don't think NT auto detects anything. Yeah, whatever, buddy. This is fine. Let's see. Oh, that could pose to be a problem. We are wired to the network, and ooh, it kind of has some resemblance of plug and play. That's cool. And there's the CD drive. Hot dog. Let's see if it works. It's doing its thing here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's in the other one? An option pack, eh? we'll try the option pack, because that's cool. Uh-oh. What I did was not cool, but I gotta figure out how to get the CD in this drive. I just ain't getting it in there, I guess. Okay, here we go. Get in it. Get in there. Be a good CD drive. Get your buttons in there. There we go. Yes. TCP IP. Still all the things. CD drive does in fact work. Sure, buddy. Also, sure, buddy. Now, full disclosure, it may not pull an IP address, but we'll see. I don't remember how this port is configured on the other end, but that should be pretty easy to resolve depending on what we find. Cool. Let's do it. Well, that's good enough for me. Go all the way to somewhere. You know what? Let's clean eel keyboard if like the best we can here. This thing is gross. That's a start. Just for whoever does get this will not be getting this OS on here. We're just tinkering tonight. This might be waiting for networking to do its thing. We can close you out. I don't care. Close out. There we go. Hot dog. The port is configured correctly for what we need it for. That's wonderful. Let's see here. Oh, we don't have a sound card. I did not think we did. Devices. Alright, I have no idea how to install a sound card on NT. Oh, hold on here. Hold the horses here. Alright, anyway, let's see. Let's get a service pack on. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that yet. Let's see if we can get to the internet. No matter if the web browser is a literal paperweight. What is that called? There we go, not frog thing. It is thinking about it. But I do legitimately believe that this web browser is so utterly useless that it may not load. Hey, Louise, it's finding something, but it doesn't want what I'm selling, I guess. What is this sound card that I just shoved in here? Okay. This is a very unhappy web page. You can't tell me ain't no part number on you. Oh, it's a CT2960 Vibra 16C. Who wants to watch a disorganized clock try to research things while pages load? Let's see. Vibra 16C. Oh, Dell has it. Oh, what do we got here? Windows 95, Windows NT. Don't know if I like that. So Dell has a driver for 95 and NT31, but not NT4. That is very, very unusual. Ooh, the retro web has something. Never mind me, I'm just browsing aimlessly. We just gotta figure out how to get it to this computer. And look at that. Okay, this web browser is truly a useless piece of junk. Cool story. Alright, so I am trying to find one other thing here, so do bear with me here while I try to find that one thing. Oh, let's try this 302 once. It's gonna be a zip file. Indeed it is. Okay. It is a 7-zip file. So we need to get... Oh, well, hold on here. Before we do that, we need... Yeah, that is just super duper useless to me. Extract. What's in there? Oh, yeah, there's a folder of stuff there. Okay. Where is the setup for that? Oh, there's an install. Okay, so I gotta figure out... Wait a minute, I have an idea. I have an idea. My ideas are so good that my head would explode if I began to know what I was talking about, right? I'm pretty sure the root of C is shared by default. To 137 -C. Maybe. Maybe. you bugger. I'm going to have to waste a seat. Return, go wake up Casper and return the favor. Don't worry, they'll return the favor anyway. That's what cats do. But I have my own conundrum. I don't know how to go around that just yet. But, let me think here. Gotta have some kind of web browser on site here, I would think. That's one moment while I go. Never mind the man in the corner that's going to go to the other PC in the corner. I'm sure I have a web browser. Or web. Something webby. Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea. I have a great idea. I don't know if it's going to work. It's an 80. One moment, please. The whole ISO kit. That's interesting. What was the other thing I was looking for? So we're looking for that IE302 and the Vibra 16C. Although that one I think we're going to convert over to something that can be read. Save archive copy as. There we go. We can do. Make it a .zip. That would be cool. Oh, no, 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 do that. The one thing I do have is an FTP server. Let's try that. Yeah, that's. I have dogs, as you all know, but if I'm not woke up before 7 a.m. by 2 of them, that is a colossal miracle. Alright, so we're gonna get SB. Oh, shoot. Oh, we're gonna get IE302 first. Back to the dog thing. There's one piece of this that's not shocking. Is one of the dogs is a Pembroke Welsh Corgi. Those are one of those breeds that like food. And they will eat and eat and eat. They are very, very food motivated, to say the least. Now, the other one that likes to eat and eat and eat is a Yorkie Maltese mix. Those are supposed to be two of the pickiest breeds for eating. No one told her. Okay, so we're going to get WinZip 80. Now the question is, where did it put these files? Right on the root of C. Yeah, and we got 2 older dogs in addition to that. And they're basically like cats. They know enough to eat when the others are fed, otherwise they don't get fed. All right. So we got Winsip. 8-0. Hot dog. Oh yeah, and yes, I like to eat as well. Wait. Ah, man. What about you? Are you a valid archive? Indeed you are. I like when that happens. Okay, let's install it. Let's do that. That's baloney. I have no idea if this is even the right driver, but we're gonna find out. It's got an NT4 folder. Crud. Okay, this is gonna take a moment. Ah, here we go. We can add a device that way. All right, yeah. I am in no way teaching anybody anything, so I'm going to go fast as I want to. Okay, we're gonna do a Creative Sound Blaster 16 or AUT32. Sure. Sure. Restart now. Now let's figure out what the why world happened to the IE302 zip. Or no, I don't have that anymore. Okay. Charge. I hope that made it a zip file. Okay, that did make it a legit zip file. Great. Try it again. All right. I saved you exactly 8 seconds. Do. HDMI 2. Woohoo. I don't know if that's good or bad. I do see a sound icon in the lower right there, so that might be a good sign. Let's try this again. Get IE3028.zip. Now I gotta find a speaker. Or speakers. Ah, here's a speaker. Thanks to my wife for this one many moons ago. So we can test this sound. And I'm actually really thrilled that there is a potential for Windows 3.1 on this sound card. At least according to that driver, there is. I'm extremely thrilled about that. Because that might make my original plan with this card be a thing. Alright, let's see. Oh, where would those files be? Media, here we go. Let's see what we got. Hot damn! Okay, that's proves the point that the sound is working wonderfully. Now we're on to our next exercise, is prove how useless IE 2.0 is. And we can delete this file. What does it say about that? It's technically not a driver. Alright, let's do it. Would you? Yes, I do. Sure. Do it all. Full send. YOLO it. Yeah, I think we filled up our hard drive pretty fast. As I see, it's under 200 megs. I installed that stuff pretty fast, actually. Let's see. I'm curious to see how big this driver is. Really, Mike? Really? 3.84 megs for a sound driver? Is that really necessary, guys? How easy would it be to split this into 2 files? That's the next question. This could be, well, we can research that later. That's not a big deal. And what I don't have, it did not ask for a restart, which I'm actually a little shocked about. Empty recycle bin. Yes. Is it really going to work without a restart? This is sacrilege. I'm going to assume no. Well, one more restart. NT is all about the restarts. And check my calendar to see what I got going on tomorrow. Which does... Ooh, nothing. Nice. Then I changed it to the course of the day, but that does have something to do with video 386 that is hopefully going to be recorded as early as tomorrow. So that's why only reason why I checked the work schedule on stream. This particular machine can only be accessed during the daytime. Yeah. I must say, this SCSI drive's actually performing pretty nicely. Oh, I just jinxed myself, didn't I? Come on, Dolly. Well, we added a web browser, we added a sound card, we added some junk. Let's say the Internet Explorer 3 bring this thing to its knees. No bloody way. No. Now, let's try it. Okay. That's a good sign. Now let's try Frog Find. I don't know. That's a good sign. Do we not have DNS enabled? That's going to be my next question here. Let's find out. This looks like a DNS problem. Yeah. Don't make me restart. For the love of Pete, don't make me restart. Or are they down? That would be the next question. Oh, I can't get to it from the modern computer either. Okay, FrogFind might just legitimately be down at the moment. Or it could be my ISP. Yep, FrogFind is legitimately having trouble, at least locally here on my web server. That is the case. So, I still really want to browse to something. I know. Not that I'll be able to. Google sort of works. Hooray! Now, the next question is, was the problem actually DNS? Alright, let's go back to DNS. And let's just remove that. Probably gonna make me restart, because reasons. I know next to nothing on the modern internet's going to work, but Awesome. Okay, we got web browsing. Okay, we're getting towards the tail end of this stream here. But I think we've all seen me blah 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 enough here for one night. Let's install a service pack. I'm pretty sure this has a service pack on it of some resemblance. Wow, back office, baby. Woot. Oh, there's Internet Explorer 4 on it. We'll put a service pack on it, then we'll call it a night. This will adequately test the CD drive. Which is doing something. Oh, look at that. Do you wish... Oh, this is cool. All right. I am just going to minimize that off chance that this is needed. Okay, so we have a service pack install. Now, the thing with, if you install any drivers, and it asks for the original Windows NT CD-ROM or CD-ROM or NT4 files, then you got to reinstall the service pack. Otherwise, all sorts of unpredictable stuff might happen to you. This is a little different from NT for Service Pack 6, which I do not have handy, otherwise I would install that. Now, this seems a little sluggish, but it might be just the, Oh, geez, yeah, we're just chewing through the hard drive, space here really fast, so... Now, Trina, I'm also in defense of Starpuck. I'm not skipping any meals either, or at least it doesn't look that way. We'll see. Please. Sure, whatever. Could be like my car could die tomorrow, but even if it does, it owes me nothing. And if it does, we have a blue SCSI to replace it with if we really were ambitious, and that still might be something that happens depending on what I find. It's been updated. No comments. I have a comment, but I'm going to keep it to myself. Alright, one more restart and then we'll call it a stream. I want some time to crash before I go to bed here. Alright, we are going to take that CD out of here to drive before I forget about it and wonder where it went, and go somewhere to Chicago, then it went to somewhere that I don't know. But we are getting somewhere. Now, the guy got this from Garrett, the surplus sale, Bid History surplus sale. He has another one of these that doesn't post. I'm still debating on whether I'm going to buy it or not to see if I can fix that one. That one will be a little bit more of a challenge, but that doesn't mean I'm not up for it. For a little speaker, that sounds pretty decent. Oh, we gained a lot of hard drive space back. Cool. So yes, we are now at Service Pack 3. And yeah, we're getting somewhere with this machine at last. So what is left on the digital? Well, I could really recap the power supply if I want to go the extra mile, but there is one notable problem. The hard drive and floppy are just sitting loose in here. We'll need to find a cage or conjure up a solution for that. That may be where the blue scuzzy comes and fixes part of my problem. The other problem is mostly cosmetic, and that is rubber feet are either missing or misaligned. And last but not least, keyboard still very dirty. But other than that, this is coming along pretty nicely, so this was a good buy. Now, whether we'll say the same about the other purchases I made from there is yet to be seen. Alright, well, we need to go on the right mouse first of all. Alright, so. Okay, so we have a largely successful, highly engaging stream. Always like doing that kind of stuff. Thank you for your patience in dealing with my constant reschedules. What is up for Thursday? Potentially. And this machine here is next on the docket. This also came from Garrett's sale. We did a little work with it in the past, and I did a scripted video about it. I did replace the CMOS battery in this thing already, so that is good to go. I don't lose any more time. And Trina, I don't know if you ever figured it out with your M700, but caddy go like that. Open, boom, caddy. So, yeah. What is wrong with this machine is the screen will turn on for anywhere from, this is the internal display, will turn on anywhere from a second to like 5 seconds, and then you'll have to use the external monitor. That's the problem with that one. But I have an external screen for this, so maybe on Thursday we will put that in. 6 o'clock Central if I do. The following week, I'm going to be really surprised if I do a stream then. Just a lot going on. Thursday, I will not be doing a stream or joining any streams. And please, for the love of God, if you're on VCF Midwest, do not post the damn tables on the 19th, please. Well, that's, well, if Mark's watching the stream and he didn't figure it out, that's how you do it. And yes, I had a laptop like that in tech school for my second half, so that's probably the main reason why I have one, original adapters to it, and two, know anything about it. So yeah, last but not least, where can you find me, I803866SX? Of course, we're going to try to do... Oh, I did it right! Yay! I am here on YouTube. I am here on the planet Earth. I do occasionally go on Blue Sky and Mastodon. I do have a Facebook page, I80386SX, which has a whopping 18 followers. I am a little bit more active on Discord than I probably should be. TikTok I upload to once in a blue moon. Buy me a coffee or not. I'm not a cop. Patreon isn't... I actually do have a Patreon page, which I have not updated on this yet. And the only one that I'm just about open to any of them except Twitter, and I will not do, as you can tell, that's not going to happen anytime soon. And there's other ones I'm not going to elaborate on why I'm not going to do them, but I take that back. I am going to elaborate a little bit. If it's an obvious political one way or the other, don't bother. I'm not going to do it. And one last announcement before I stop blah blah blahing for the night. Trina is having a stream tomorrow night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. I don't know the other time zones off the top of my head, so there's no Central and Eastern for some reason. But so yeah, that is what we got going on. Justin D. Morgan has decided that he is going to stream on Thursday after all. I think he's doing 8 or 9 Eastern. Don't hold me to that. They didn't have a lot of time to read. Read his posts. Literally, this is a very rare time where I actually go into the office and stream on the same day. So, and I was running behind at work because somebody scheduled a meeting at 4:45. Nothing, no big deal, right? Okay, I'm over that now. So, thank you for watching. Keep posted on my page here. I make announcements all the time, and when streams are going to happen. So I thank you all for joining and making this a very intriguing stream. Have a good one. Goodbye.